Zo, dames en heren, mogen we u uitnodigen om uw plaatsen in te nemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We're about to start. Welcome to the Longines FEI WBFSH World Breeding Dressage Championships for young horses in Ermelo, to the Longines final of the 7-year-old horses. Longines is delighted to be the title partner and official watch of the Longines FEI World Breeding Dressage Championships for young horses here in Ermelo. Longines' passion for equestrian sports dates back to 1878. Today, the brand is involved in the most beautiful equestrian events all over the world. The official watch of the event is a model of the record collection. This chronometer certified timepiece, created in Longines' purest watchmaking tradition, combines classic elegance and excellence. I want to introduce the jury. The president of the jury, Jean-Michel Rodier de la France. At C also, Suzanne Barup from Denmark. At E, Maria Schwennissen, Austria. At M, Mr. Eddie de Wolf from Westerode, the Netherlands. And at B, Mr. Christoph Hess aus Deutschland. I give the microphone to Suzanne Barup.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction, and in a very short moment we will start the final for the 7-year-old horses for this World Championship. And just to explain to the audience how we are judging this, of course we are judging quality of gaits, but we also judge the technical part as a test. We are 5 judges here to judge the championship. The president of our ground jury and me as commentating judge is sitting here at C. And the third judge for judging quality is at B. And then we have 2 other colleagues judging only the technical, and they are sitting at E and M, and they are judging individually and have no contact each other. It's only us at C and the judge at B having contact to talk about paces and submission and potential. But the quality of the horse and the technical execution of the test are weighted each with 50% towards the end result. So it's not only paces, it's also the technical part of the test here. So we are looking forward to that, and we think the public will enjoy the high quality of horses here in this 7-year-old championship. Enjoy, thank you.
Thank you very much, Suzanne Barup. The Longines final for 7-year-old horses. We start with Wolfgang Himsl from Austria and Valparaiso. The 7-year-old stallion by Vitalis and Fürst Piccolo, representing das westfälische Pferdestammbuch Valparaiso, Wolfgang Himsl. Wolfgang Himsl Valparaiso, the stallion by Vitalis First Piccolo. Representing das Westfälische Stambuch, Pferdestambuch. Ja, deelnemer kwam via de semifinale hier en de finale terecht. Hij won hem, de semifinale. By the semifinal was qualified for this final. Wolfgang Himsl. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here in Ermelo, you as the audience have the unique chance to get into the judge's seat. Simply download the app Spectator Judging from the App Store or Google Play Store and get started. And we will announce the average spectator results after each ride. Dus als u wilt, doet u lekker mee met het jureren. Download u even de Spectator Judging app uit de App Store of de Google Play Store en jureert u mee. U wordt door een minuutje geleid en dan wordt u precies aangegeven hoe u dat kunt doen. En de gemiddelde resultaten, die maken wij na afloop van de rit bekend.
So, what a beginning of this World Championship young horses for 7-year-old horses. We saw a very obedient, very attentive horse, good looking. That's not so bad either. But the trot is with a nice elasticity, a little hurried in the medium and the extended, and I think that's the only thing we could say that he could have a more activity from behind and more over track. But there is a very nice cadence in the lateral work. He kept the rhythm, the balance. So 8.0 for the trot. The walk is very clear in rhythm. Have a okay overstep straight, and there is a good connection to the bit 8.2. The canter is nice balance. Could have a little more ground covered in the extended canter, but he really shows ability to take weight. Good canter period, he kept the stride. It's a working period we are looking for here, 1 to 3 meters, 8.2. The submission again is he's very rideable. He came straight down the center line. He could stretch a little bit more on the half circle, but he's very presented in a very good frame. He had some problems in some of the flying changes, but overall, a very nice performance, 8.3. And we think it's a very willing, rideable horse, obedient and have perspective for the future, 8.5. Thank you very much.
Beautiful scores, we will repeat them. For trot 8.0, walk 8.2, canter 8.2, submission 8.3, perspective 8.5, total for quality 82.4%, and the technical mark 73.071%. Final result 77.736%. We have spectator judging. As you can see, the spectators 77.875, almost the same result. Well done. The second rider representing the Netherlands, representing KWPN, Joyce Heuitink and Gaudi Vita. By Apache, Welthit 2 and Contango. Gaudi Vita, Joyce Heuitink, the Netherlands. That was it. Zo, het zit erop voor Joyce Heuitink en de Goud di Vita, de zoon van Apache. Mal Welt Hit 2 en Contango. De jury is aan het beraadslagen. En dan krijgt u, zoals het eerder ook is aangekondigd, de toelichting op de proef, de toelichting op het paard van mevrouw Suzanne Barup, ons Deense jurylid bij C. Ja, een sterke kwalificatie. Rechtstreeks via de kwalificatierubriek hier ingestroomd in de finale. Joyce Heuitink met Gau di Vita.
Yeah. And we say thank you to Gau di Vita here, and again, a really, really nice, positive horse, willing to work. The trot is very expressive with elasticity and good uphill tendency, and he keeps the rhythm in all the trot work, lateral work, extended trot, medium trot, so 8.5. The walk is clear, could be a little more active behind in the extended walk, but he continued the clear walk in the collected walk between periods, so 7.8. The canter has a good jump, good balance. In between he's hollowing a little. He could be a little more through in the neck. He's working a little against your hand here, but still a good canter. He could be a little more supple, 8.1. But overall it's a very obedient horse. Started very straight with hold. In between the short, he's short in the neck and there is a little strong contact. But still, fluent trot work, fluent lateral work. He could stretch more on the half circle. I think that was the issue for us today. He should seek the bit, follow the rein. The first flying change was a little insecure, but they were nice on the diagonal, 7.8. But we think it's a really nice dressage model for the future, but you need to work on the suppleness, especially in the canter, and that he could be a little more through in the neck. But 8.4. Thank you.
The result for Joyce Heuitink will be a little bit later. Let's see what you did in spectator judging. Show us the points. You gave it a 76.587. Joyce Heuitink. The official result will be a bit later. Well, as we welcome the next rider from Australia, Simone Pearce and Nexolia Feodoro. Stallion by Fürstenball and Rosario, representing das Hannoveraner Verband. It's the number 3. Simone Pearce, Australia, Nexolia Feodoro. Simone Pearce, Australian. Nexolia Feodoro, the stallion by Fürstenball Rosario, representing das Hannoveraner Verband in the semi-final third place. Hebben we inmiddels het resultaat van de vorige combinatie. Gaudi Vita 8.5. Walk 7.8, Cantor 8.1, Submission 7.8, Perspective 8.4, Quality 81.2, Technical 72.9 to 9. Total result 77.014.
And we have just seen Nexolia Feodora making her test here. But I think Simone, the horse, was perhaps a little tired today. He has had a hard program here in Ermelo. But we saw an expressive trot, could be a little more active from behind, but in between the contact was too unsteady, and I think the whole trot part that disturbs the picture for us. He was too unsteady and losing some rhythm and not really concentrating on your 8s, 7.8. The walk, extended walk, is with a huge overtrack. He is walking through the body, but then the issue is that between the periods we are supposed to see collected walk, but that didn't appear so much, and perhaps there is a reason for that. We can't say that, but we have to deduct a little for the walk there. If we only had to mark the extended walk, it would be very high, but because of the collected walk, we have to deduct something, so we give 7.8 for that. The canter could have more suppleness with more uphill tendency and show more ability to collect, and he needs more self-carries today, 7.3. But then the submission mark has to be deducted a little. At the beginning, he came 2 tracks down the center line before the halt, and the contact is unsteady. He needs for sure to stretch more on the half circle, and he lost the walk rhythm in the walk periods, and in the canter he was a little insecure in flying changes and lost balance in the second canter period, 6.8. But still an impressive horse, and with the correct training and with more development of the strengthenings and the self-carriage, uphill tendency, you will have a nice horse for the future, 7.6. Thank you.
We have the results for Nexolia Feodoro. Trot 7.8, walk 7.8, canter 7.3, submission 6.8, perspective 7.6, for quality 74.6 and technical 69.071. Final result 71.836%, and the spectator judging show us 71.741. You did a great job. Thank you. We go to the next rider, Ebba von Essen, Swedish rider representing the Swedish Warm Blood Association with Macaccio, the stallion by Maserati and Gamaro M. The 4th competitor, Ebba von Essen. Ebba von Essen, Macaccio, the stallion by Maserati and Camaro M. There's a small change in the result for Nexolia Feodora. Please show them on the screen. As you can see, 71.80% is the score of Nexolia Feodoro, the last rider.
And we thank you, the Swedish combination, Macaccio. Again, we saw a nice ride, especially the trot we liked a lot. It was active, regular, and especially keeping the good elasticity and rhythm in the lateral work. And he shows some ability to collect here, 8.5. The walk is could have more over track, but in the extended walk he walked through his body. But then we got some problems in the collected walk. Perhaps he got tens, I don't know. But then he got irregular steps in the front leg, so it was short, long there. So we have to deduct that. But we like the extended walk, 6.8. The canter could show more suppleness and elasticity, needs more air time, and then he got quite tense preparing for the pirouettes, 7.2. The submission mark, we liked him a lot in the trot work, fluent, elastic in lateral work, but there was big problems in the canter with the flying changes. He was swinging a lot, and in between he was short in the neck, not really accepting the eights. We would like to see him keep the uphill tendency, 7.4. He's a nice type, but you really should take care of developing more relaxations in the canter and be careful about the walk, not to get him too tense and unsteady there, 7.4. Thank you.
We have the results for Macaccio, 8.5 for trot, walk 6.8, canter 7.2, submission perspective both 7.4, total for quality 74.6, technical part 69.071, final results 71.836%, rank number 3. Show us spectator judging. There we go, 73.571, also rank 3, but a bit higher scores from the audience. We gaan kijken naar de volgende combinatie uit Duitsland, Kira Wulferding en Brianna. Brianna de Meer by BVL Gari en Rood Diamant. Representing dat Westfälisches Pferdestamboog. Via de semifinale hier in de finale beland. Een prachtige tweede plaats in de second place in de semifinal. Brianna, Kira Wulferding, Duitsland. Das war es für Kira Wulferding and Brianna. That was the test. The German rider Kira Wulferding. Representing das westfälische Pferdestammbuch mit Brianna. Bei BV Algari and Rot Diamant. The breeder of the horse, Wilhelm Schwierking.
And we say thank you to Brianna here. Again, a nice performance for us. Trot is very nice, elastic, regular, and very fluent in the lateral work, but could show a little more uphill tendency and more ground cover. And I think the main issue today that the horse and the rider should show more ability to collect from transitions. 8.0. The walk is clear in rhythm. The extended walk could have perhaps a little more overtrack, but it's very clear. And then the positive thing is that you showed good collected walk between the pirouettes, which were very securely performed. 8.0. The canter is very regular, but again more uphill tendency and more collection. But there is a good jump, and you made very good preparation for the canter pirouettes. 8.2. The submission mark we have to deduct a little because of the missing transition, the missing collection, and should be more uphill. But it's very fluent in the lateral trot work, and we want you to keep the contact in the stretching on the half circle here in trot, and we want you to show more difference between medium and extended trot. Flying changes were quite secure. 7.8, but it's a horse on the correct way with very good and regular paces, but needs to develop more collection for the future, but you are on a really right way. 8.1. And then we unfortunately have to deduct for an error, of course, but that the technique will do that for us. Good luck with her. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The comment for Kira Wulferding and Brianna. The official results you get a little bit later. Ja, u krijgt het officiële resultaat iets later. We hebben wel het gemiddelde resultaat van spectator judging voor u. En dat laten wij graag aan u zien wat dat is. Average result 77.59, and you put them on place number 2. As we welcome the next rider for Finland, Emma Kanerva, Greek heir, the son of Gribaldi and Floristan, representing, dat is het zuchtverband voor Duitse Pferde, nummer 6, Emma Kanerva. Greek Air, Emma Kanerva. Greek Air, the son of Ribaldi and Florestan, representing das Zuchtverband für deutsche Pferde. Ja, we hebben inmiddels het officiële resultaat van de vorige combinatie, Brianna. U ziet het op het scherm. The result for the last competitor, Brianna, 8.0, trot walk 8.0, canter 8.2, submission 7.8, perspective 8.1, quality 80.2. Technical 72071, result 75.636.
Yeah, and we say thank you to Greek Air. And Emma, we are sorry that was not really your day today. The trot is huge with some elasticity, but we would like to see him work more over the back and to be more through in the neck. He didn't feel quite happy in here, we think. 7.5. The walk has a good extended walk, good overtrack, but then he was jogging in the transition, and the collected walk should be more active and more through in the neck, 7.7. But then the problems came for you in the canter. He was very disobedient in the canter procedure, and he made a lot of extra work in canter, falling out of canter and nearly bucking. So it was quite difficult to see the quality of the canter today. So we have to give it 6.2. And then the submission mark, all these issues where he was not really accepting what you asked him to do is influencing this mark. He should be more through in the neck, with keeping the rhythm. There was this big resistance in proceeding to canter, and from the first canter view he lost the canter totally and went into trot. Then it was a little better on the diagonals with the flying changes, so it's 5.9. Then the perspective, we are not able to give him very high mark today because there were too many mistakes, but I'm sure you will train him well, so he will be more attentive to you in the future. 6.8. Thank you.
There we are, the results for Greek Air. Emma Kanerva, trot 7.5, walk 7.7, canter 6.2, submission 6.0, perspective 6.8, quality 68.4, and the technical mark 66.857. Final result 67.629. Spectator judging, show us the results. You put them also on the number 6 with a bit higher score, 70.031. Thank you. The next rider. For Germany, it's the number 7, Vera Nass and Strelson, the gelding by San Amor, Weltmeier and Donnerhall. The breeder of Strelson, Jürgen Deverman. The number 7, nummer 7 aus Deutschland, Vera Nass, representing das Hannoveraner Verband. Das war es für Vera Nass und Strelson. De gelding bij San Amour en Weltmeier. There is a small change in the score of Greek Air. We show them on the screen. Final result 67.564%. Emma Kanerva and Greek Air.
And we say thank you to Strelson. Now he doesn't want to stay in here anymore, but he has to listen to what we are saying. But we saw a well-written test here with some small issues, but we see an active trot with some cadence, but he could show a little more collection in transition from medium and extended trot, but the lateral work was quite fluent, 8.2. The walk is relaxed with a good overtrack, walking through the body. But the thing we really liked was the way you made a transition to collected walk, and the collected walk between the periods was totally clear with good activity, 8.5. It's a balanced canter, but he could be with a little more uphill tendency and could show more ability to collect, but he's on the right way, 8.0. The submission mark, there were some issues in the flying changes at A. He was not really reacting on your 8s. And in the canter, he was not always totally straight. He was often flexed to the left. So here we give 7.9. But it's a correct trained horse for the future. He should develop more strengths to collect, but you are doing it in a correct way, so 8.3. Thank you very much.
The results for Strelson, Vera Nass, trot 8.2, walk 8.5, canter 8.0, submission 7.9, perspective 8.3, total for quality 81.8%, and the technical mark 71%. Final result 76.40 and rank number 3, the third place so far. Spectator judging show us 72.857, a bit lower, and rank number 5 also a bit lower, the audience, instead of the points of the judges. Well, we go to the last competitor for the break. Representing France and representing KWPN, Gautilas du Fayard and Corentin Pottier. It's the number 8, the number 6, the number 8, Corentin Pottier and Gautilas du Fayard. Gelding by Totilas, Ferro and Sandroid. Dressage, Corentin Pottier, Gotilas du Feya, by Totilas Ferro and Sandrohead. The French audience, they sang yesterday beautiful happy birthday for the rider who had his birthday. It was great, but no birthday today. No singing of the French crowd. We have a small change in the results for Stralsund and Vera Nass. Can we show them on the screen? There we are. Final result, 76.436% is the final result, even though rank number 3.
And we say thank you to Gotilas de Foilard. I hope it's correctly said. Thank you. And you had a quite fresh horse today in the canter. But that's nice that they still have energy to come here again. The trot is active, but we would like him to get the hind legs a little more under his body to develop more collection. But it's elastic, and you had some fluent half passes. In between, the head was tilting a little in the shoulder in, but 7.8. The walk is clear in rhythm with sufficient overtrack. But you should keep the contact more, just not let the reins go. You need to keep the contact to the mouth in the extended walk. And you made a nice transition to collect it, so we keep 8.0 for the walk. The highlight today was canter. It's an active canter with clear jump, nicely uphill tendency. He shows some potential to collect. We saw that in both periods, 8.3. But then we have to deduct a little in the submission mark. He was quite fresh, and we would like to see a little more ability to collect, 7.5. But really a nice, willing horse, workable, and the highlight today is the canter, where he shows ability to collect. So you have to improve the canter work to collect him there, but you're on the right way, 8.2. Thank you.
We have the final result for Gotilas du Feya for you. Trot 7.8, walk 8.0, canter 8.3, submission 7.5, perspective 8.2, for quality 79.6%, the technical mark 67.429%, final result 73.514%, rank number 5, spectator judging 72.857. And the 6th place, almost the same. Well done, the audience. Well, can we see the results until now on the screen? Wolfgang Himsl. Wolfgang Himsl and Valparaiso is in the lead, thank you, with 77.736%. Representing das Westfälisches Stammbuch. The second place for Joyce Heuitink, Gaudi Vita, 76.564, representing KWPN. And on the number 3, it is Stralsund, representing das Hannoveraner Verband mit Vera Nass für Deutschland, 76.436. The numbers 1, 2, 3 at this moment. We'll be back at 11:05, 5 minutes past 11. We continue with part 2 of this Longines final for 7-year-old horses. 5 minuten over 11 zijn we bij u terug. Dan gaan we door met de Longines finale voor de 7-jarige paarden. back to the Longines final of the 7-year-old horses, part 2. In the lead at this moment, Wolfgang Himsl, Valparaiso, 77.736%. Representing das Westfälische Stammbuch. And there we have the next rider. I introduce to you for Germany, Alexandra Sessler and Sir Max. 7-year-old gelding by son Moritz Jr. and Del Piero. Representing das Hannoveraner Verband Sir Max and Alexandra Sessler. Alexandra Sessler and Sir Max, gelding by St. Moritz Jr. and Del Piero, representing das Hannoveraner Verband number 9. The number 9 of your starting order. Zo, zoekt u fijn uw plekje weer op. U heeft de eerste rit gemist als u net binnenkwam. Alexandra Sessler, Duitse Amazone, met Sir Max. Suzanne Barup.
Yeah, and we have just seen Sir Max here after the break, and that was for us a positive experience, a really harmonious pair. The trot is active, elastic, a little hurried in the first extended trot, but there is a natural self-carriage, uphill tendency, and he really shows ability to collect in the transition 8.7. The walk is clear, and we were thinking perhaps it was nearly too relaxed. We would like to see a little more active work, but it was clear, and we want him to seek the hands more in the lengthening. But good transition to collected walk, clear rhythm, 8.3. The canter is also active, in between two active, we think, with good jump, but then the first extended canter, he needs to be more supple, but I think he saw something at K, so he was quite excited there, but 8.0. And therefore we have to go down a little in the submission mark. We would like him to stretch a little more in the half circle and more bend to the right in the trot work. We saw really good periods in the walk, and then he was a little tense in the flying changes, but overall a nice picture, 7.9. But so far very well educated horse, but we saw some problems in the canter today, but I'm sure you're on the right way, 8.6. Thank you very much.
Well, there we go. The points for Sir Max. Trot 8.7, walk 8.3, canter 8.0. Submission 7.9, perspective 8.6, total for quality 83%. The technical marks 71.643%, and the final result 77.321%. It's rank number 2 for Sir Max. And the audience just have to wait. The horse Sir Max is a bit spooky. Another challenge for Sir Max. Okay. The audience 75.286, a bit lower, and rank number 5. As we welcome the next rider for Germany, Lukas Fischer, Nymphenburg's first Ampere, the 7-year-old stallion by Ampere and Veldrum, representing das Hannoveraner Verband. In 2017, a beautiful 6th place with the 6-year-old horses. And now in the final, the 7-year-old horses, Nymphenburg's first Ampere. Please your attention, please concentration for Lukas Fischer, Germany. You really like the test of Lukas Fischer, Nymphenburg's first Ampere. The stallion by Ampere and Beltrum representing das Hannoveraner Verband. In 2017, the 6th place with the 6-year-old horses and now competing in this final. Well, it's getting quiet in the stadium. Je voelt het, de spanning neemt toe. Want we gaan zo langzamerhand naar de ontknoping. In deze finale, deze Longines final for 7-year-old horses. Het woord aan mevrouw Suzanne Barop.
Yeah, and we have just seen Nymphenburg's first Ampere, and that again was a positive experience for us up here as judges. We really enjoyed judging this class. The trot we saw here is very powerful with good elasticity, came off the ground. In the extended and medium trots, he get a little wide behind, but that's a minor issue here, 8.8. The walk is huge with big overtrack, and he's walking through the body. But then he should collect make a transition to collected walk, and there he could be a little clearer in the collected walk, the rhythm there, 7.9. The canter again we found very powerful and supple, could have a little more uphill tendency and could take more weight in the pirouettes, but 8.5. Submission mark, we find him very attentive, could bend a little more in the half pass, the head was tilting a little, he losing a little walk rhythm in walk pirouettes, but again obedient, attentive, 8.3. But we think it's a very promising horse for the future, and you are educating him on a correct way, 8.6. Well done, thank you.
Well, there we go to the points for Nymphenburg's first Ampere. Trot 8.8. Walk 7.9. Canter 8.5. Submission 8.3. Perspective 8.6. Total for quality 84.2%. The technical mark 72.4 to 9%. And the overall result, the final result, 78.314%, and in the lead, rank number 1. And the audience, show us the results for the audience. Also on number 8, but the score is way higher, 84.770. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please, full concentration for the next rider representing the Netherlands. Franka Loos, representing KWPN Equilences Giovanni, the stallion by Chippendale. In the qualification, a beautiful 5th place. Please, ladies and gentlemen, concentration. Giovanni Franka Loos. Franka Loos, Equilensis Giovanni, Chippendale and Sendek, representing KWPN. Oh, what a great audience here in Ermelo, so fully concentrated, and the explosion at the end of the test. Great, thank you very much. Prachtig om te zien, zo geconcentreerd iedereen hier aan het kijken is naar die proef. Je kunt een speld horen vallen en dan uiteindelijk aan het einde van die proef zo'n prachtig applaus. In dit geval voor Franka Loos, was 5e in de kwalificatie. Ja, en dat betekende natuurlijk rechtstreekse plaatsing hier in de finale. Hoogste score tot nu toe, the highest score until now, 78.314%. On the name of Lukas Fischer, nymph van Boers first umpire. He's in the lead. Representing das Hannoveraner Verband. Aber jetzt, but now, KWPN. Equilensis Giovanni, Franka Loos. I think I hand over the microphone to Suzanne Barup, our judge from Denmark. She will give the comment and the points.
And then we thank you to Equilensis Giovanni, a very impressive horse with huge paces. The trot is very elastic, powerful and dynamic, lovely freedom in the shoulder and natural uphill tendency, but he could push a little more in extended trot, but 8.9. The walk is clear. He could have a little more freedom in the shoulder in the extended walk, and then we saw some tension in the collected walk between the pirouettes, so 7.8. The canter again is huge with natural uphill tendency, but we would like to see more forward tendency in the extended canter. He was nearly staying in the air and have too much air time. That's also a problem. But in between, we think that he sometimes for you is a little difficult to manage at the moment, but it's very huge, 8.5. The submission, we have to go down a little. Sometimes the contact is a little unsteady and with the open mouth, and he could be more through in the neck. He was stuck in the first walk pirouette, and the obvious thing was there was some mistakes in the flying changes. He was a little late behind, but 7.8. But we think it's a horse with wonderful paces, with power, but he really needs to develop the strengths, and you need to manage all this power, so there's a nice future for you, 8.7. Well done, thank you.
Well, there we go to the scores. Equilensis Giovanni representing KWPN. Trot 8.9. Walk 7.8. Canter 8.5. Submission 7.8. Perspective 8.7. For quality 83.4%. Technical marks 73.643%. And the final result, beautiful final result, in the lead, 78.521%. Just a moment. The audience, the score of the audience, you said 79.167, a bit different from the judges. Thank you. As we go to Governor STR. Adelinde Cornelissen, the Netherlands, representing KWPN. Totilas, Jazz and Ulft. In the qualification, a beautiful 4th place, and last year silver medalist, Governor STR. Dames en heren, concentratie weer. We gaan kijken naar de proef van Adelinde Cornelissen, Nederland. Governor STR. Representing the KWPN and Adelinde Cornelissen, Governor. By Totilas, Jazz and Ulft. Last year it was a silver medal, and what will it be in 2018? De jury overlegt met elkaar, maar zo te zien gaan we beginnen bij de toelichting. Mrs. Suzanne Barup.
So we say thank you to Adelinde and Governor, and we nearly got goosebumps here in the box so far. A really well presented test. The trot is powerful with elasticity. He's pushing from behind. Very fluent lateral work with good cadence, 9.0. The walk is relaxed with good overtrack, good transition to collecting, and he's keeping the rhythm with activity, 8.5. The canter, again in a good self-carries with good jump and uphill tendency. He shows some ability to collect, again 9.0. But then the highlight today is the submission mark. He's so obedient, he didn't take a step wrong. He did what you asked him to. So here we give 9.5. And the perspective, a very willing horse, very well educated and presented in a very correct way for this level, 9.5. Thank you.
What a beautiful points, the Governor STR. Now, shall we repeat them? Well, there we go. Trot 9.0, walk 8.5, canter 9.0, submission and perspective both 9.5, quality 9.1% in the technical marks, 77.286% with the final score of 84.143% in the lead. Aan de leiding Adelinde Cornelissen en Governor STR. The audience. Also on rank number 1, 85.723%, almost the same result. We welcome the number 2 of the qualifications. We welcome Heilines Donsierra, representing the Danish Warmblood Society, the mare by Fürstenball and de Niro. In the dam line also the stallion Lancier. For Denmark, Carina, Cassoe, Krüth and Heilines Donsierra. Only 3 competitors to go. And Carina was second in the qualification. Concentration. Looks so happy she is. Carina, Cassoe, Krüth, Adelinde Cornelissen. Well, as I heard your applause, you really enjoyed this test. Representing the Danish Warm Blood Society, she was second in the qualification with the Fürstenbaumer, Adelinde Cornelissen, the Danish rider Carina, Cassoe, Krüth.
And we thank you, Adelinde Cornelissen. Again, a very well-written test on a charming, elegant horse. The trot is very light-footed, elastic. She's trotting through the body and really shows potential to collect. And we really like the lateral work, shoulder in half passes, 9.5. The walk is clear, relaxed, but we want to see a little more freedom in the shoulder, in the extensions, and more overtrack. The collected walk is clear and active, 8.0. The canter is clear. Could have a little more air time and softness today, but we saw a good ability to collect in the canter periods, 8.4. The submission is high mark here. She is really obedient, balanced, and again the canter period was very good. She was very attentive to your aids, 9.2. And the perspective is positive, a very well-trained horse with willingness to collect, especially in the canter period. So good luck in the future, 9.3. Well done, thank you.
As we go to the point for Adelinde Cornelissen, Carina, Cassoe, Krüth. As you heard, trot 9.5, walk 8.0, canter 8.4, submission 9.2, perspective 9.3. Total for quality 88.8% and the technical marks 76.4 to 9%. And the rank number 2, 82.614% is the final result for Adelinde Cornelissen, Carina, Cassoe, Krüth. And the audience, you put her on the number 1, 87,558. Thank you. Well. Only 2 competitors to go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, representing the KWBN, the stallion Glamourdale, son of Lords Lauderdale and Negro, and Charlotte Fry, Great Britain. Please, concentration, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte Fry. So, Glamourdale. The stallion by Lord Lauderdale, Negro and Ahoron. I think happy breeders, Rodenburg family, happy owner, Van Olst horses, and a happy rider, Charlotte Fry. And also Glamourdale seems to be happy here at this huge stadium. And it's so quiet during the test, great, so fully concentrated. Well, Mrs. Suzanne Barop, I'm very curious about the comments, and even more curious.
So now we thank you for Glamourdale, and now we get goosebumps again in here. It's really nice, fantastic final here. The trot is very powerful off the ground, always keeping the same rhythm in lateral work. The reason why we don't give the 10 today is that we want to show more, to see more difference between medium and extended trot. So it's 9.8. But the lowest mark today here is in the walk. We saw a clear walk, but we really think he could have more overtrack in the extended walk and more freedom in the shoulder. There is a clear collected walk, but still a little more active, 7.6. The canter is really a quality canter, powerful, really good ground cover, shows really ability to collect. So here we don't find anything negative at all, so that's the 10. The submission mark is also high. It's really an attentive horse to the rider. Lovely flying changes, but still swinging a little. But steady contact for the whole test, 9.4. But the perspective, we give also 9.5, a very attentive, willing horse on the right way of training. So we look for him for the future. Thank you, well done.
And Glamourdale was looking at his own review in slow motion. Shall we wait till Lauderdale? Glamourdale has left the stadium, and then we go to the points. Well, there we go. Trot 9.8, walk 7.6, canter the 10, submission 9.4, perspective 9.5, quality 92.6, technical 81.5, final result 87.05%, and in the lead. Ongemeen spannende strijd. Here in Ermelo, Glamourdale. Audience, oh, you put them also on 90.145. Thank you very much. Well, only one competitor to go. The top score 87.05 for Glamourdale, as we welcome in the arena the Norwegian rider Isabel Freese and the stallion Fürstenlook. Fürstenlook by Fürstenball, Londonderry and Weltmeier. It's the winner of the qualification, and it's for the Quantum of Germany. It's important to say, for the Quantum of Germany. Well, again, fully concentration for Fürstenlook, Isabel Freese, Norway. Het wordt spannend. It's getting close. The last competitor. Fürstenlook representing das Hannoveraner Verband mit Isabel Freese, Norway. The highest score until now, 87.05%. Who will be the new world champion? Fürstenlook. I've Oldenburger Stallion, Fürstenball, Londonderry, and Weltmeier. The judges are discussing, but there she is. Ladies and gentlemen, Suzanne Barup.
And we thank you, the last competitor here, Fürstenlook, and you really make it exciting for us, Isabel. Oh, we are struggling here, but we try to do our best. It was really a nice performance here. Trot work, very elastic, powerful, trotting through the body. Slightly wide behind in the first extension, but he's light-footed, good over-tracking, and very, very fluent in the lateral work. So here we gave the 10 for trot. The walk is very huge, relaxed, and the extended walk has a fantastic overtrack, very supple. The collected, he's maintaining the rhythm, but could be a little more collected, 9.0. The canter is huge canter, but he could be a little more quicker in the hind legs, and he shows ability to collect, especially in the canter periods. But then unfortunately you have a very, very big mistakes in the last line of flying changes, and that's also influence the mark for the canter, 8.7. The submission mark, again, very obedient and willing horse, but this very, very big mistakes influence the mark, 8.5. But perspective, very well-trained horse with a lot of potential for the future, 9.3. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we go for the points. For Fürstenlook, trot as you heard at 10. Walk 9.0, canter 8.7, submission 8.5, perspective 9.3, total for quality 9.1%. Technical part 77071, final results 84.036%, the third place. Ladies and gentlemen, the world champion is Glamourdale. Please stay with us for the prize giving, and then you see the best 8 horses here in the arena, and of course also the new world champion, Glamourdale. familie Rodenburg graag naar de piste. Familie Rodenburg graag naar de piste. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the Longines final of the 7-year-old horses will now take place. There we go. The number 8 representing das Hannoveraner Verband, Sir Max and Alexandra Sessler. Almost in the arena, the number 7 representing das westfälische Stammbuch Valparaiso, Wolfgang Himsl. The number 6 representing das Hannoveraner Verband Nymphenburgs First Ampere, Lukas Fischer. We go to 5th place, representing the Netherlands, representing KWPN Equilence, Giovanni Franka Loos. And there we see the number 4 representing the Danish Warm Blood Society, Helene Stanciera, Carina Cassoe, Krüth. Well, the numbers 4 until 8. And now we invite the numbers 3, 2 or 1 in the arena. And also the breeders of the winning horses are invited in the arena. Well, there we are. The prizes in the Longines final for 7-year-old horses will be presented by Frank Kemperman, the chairman of the FEI Dressage Committee. And on behalf of the World Breeding Federation for Sport Horses, Nadine Brandner, and on behalf of Longines, the Longines brand manager for the Netherlands, Judith Menne, and the president of the ground jury, Jean-Michel Rogier, and Andries van Dalen, board member of the organizing committee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. The bronze medal goes to Fürstenlook, Isabel Freese, representing das Hannoveraner Verband. The medal and the flowers are handed over by Mr. Frank Kemperman, the chairman of the FEI Dressage Committee. Congratulations to Isabel Freese and Fürstenlook. And the representative of the World Breeding Federation for Sports Horses hands over the certificates to the breeders. And that's Johannes Zabel, the breeder of this horse. That must be very special. Okay, the silver medal goes to, again, Governor STR Adelinde Cornelissen, representing KWPN. And the breeder, the Strappel family, they get, well, there the medal and the flowers handed over by Frank Kemperman, as I said, the chairman of the Dressage Committee, and the certificates handed over by Nadine Brandner on behalf of the World Breeding Federation for Sport Horses. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the protocol, please step back. World champion of the young horses and the winner of the gold medal is Glamourdale Charlotte Fry, representing KWPN. And again, the flower and the medal. The flowers and the medal hand over by Frank Kemperman. And the certificate for the Rodenburg family. Very special moment for the breeders of this Glamourdale. Well, the congratulations for all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of the Netherlands, studbook of the gold medal winner. Glemmerdale, representing KWPN. The congratulations now by Judith Menne, the Longines brand manager for the Netherlands. For the winner, Charlotte Frey. She hands over a beautiful Longines watch to Charlotte Frey, Great Britain. So the congratulations to the breeders. And then the congratulations by Judith Menne for the number 2, Adelinde Cornelissen and Governor STR. And also the congratulations for Isabel Freese, Norway. The congratulations by Judith Menne. As I said, the brand manager for the Netherlands, Longines. Beautiful. And now the congratulations by the Grand Jury President Jean-Michel Rodier and Andries van Dalen is the board member of the organizing committee. The congratulations for Charlotte Frey and the Rodenburg family, very proud breeders of this great horse, Glemmerdale, the new world champion, the 7-year-old horses. And there the congratulations for the number 2. Governor STR, also representing KWPN, Adelinde Cornelissen. And the breeder, the Strappel family, the proud breeders of Governor STR. And there the president of the Grand Jury, Jean-Michel Rodier and Andries van Dalen. To the winner of the bronze medal, Isabel Freese and Fürstenlook. They handed over beautiful stable plates. The last congratulations for the breeders. Okay. The members of the protocol, please step back. The breeders also look for a safe spot here near the arena here. And we say thank you once again, Longines. Ladies and gentlemen, competitors, they turn over special to you. Dames en heren, daar komen ze hoor. De deelnemers draaien zich om speciaal voor u. Laat u maar eens horen. Voor de nummers 1, 2 en 3 van dit geweldige kampioenschap. Well, let's start the music. Let's start the lap of honor. There they come, Glemmerdale, Governor STR and Fürstenlook. And once again, special for you, the new world champion, Glamourdale. What an